All right, this is James Chenbrook Madison, the Healthy Engineer, and it's my privilege to interview Dr. Ruth Heidrich. She's the author of the book, A Race to Life, From Cancer to the Ironman. So thanks for interviewing me.
You're very welcome.
So you had beaten cancer. What kind of cancer did you have?
I was diagnosed with breast cancer 30 years ago.
30 years
And it was, there 30 or so different types of breast cancer, and I had one of the more aggressive types that had already spread by the time they found it. Spread to my one lung, my bones, and my liver.
Oh, wow.
So after the surgery, they were scheduling me for chemo and radiation. And that's when I saw a little notice in the newspaper, wanted women with breast cancer to participate in diet research study.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, wow. Oh, ran to the phone, dialed the number, and got through to Dr. John McDougall. How often does that happen? You know, the doctor answers the phone.
Wow.
Anyway, he said, get your medical records. I need to talk to you. So I did that. The next day I'm in his office and he's explaining the research that shows that breast cancer is a diet-related disease. And tells me if you want to save your life, change your diet. He's doing a clinical research study.
Wow.
And he wants to prove it. He said, you cannot have chemo and radiation and be in the study. Why? Because I need to show that it's the diet that's saving your life, not the chemo and the radiation. So 2 hours later, I walk out of his office on a vegan diet and loved it. It not only helped the breast cancer, the hot spots in the bones disappeared, the tumor in the lung encapsulated, and the liver enzyme normalized.
Oh, you had a tumor in the lung too. Wow.
Yeah. And I felt so good. Turned out I had been constipated all my life. Didn't know it.
Oh,
had been told 3 or 4 times a week is normal for some people. It is not.
Yeah.
I now know what normal is. Very normal. My arthritis disappeared. My cholesterol, which was too high, got down nice and low, around 120.
120.
Yeah, all these wonderful things happened because of the breast cancer.
That's about half of what the average person is these days.
Oh yeah, yeah. They say normal is 200. That's in this country. In China, it's 120.
Oh yeah.
Used to be before they changed their diet. Yep. So in a nutshell, that's what I. Oh, the Ironman. This thing, this T-shirt.
Yeah. So then you ran an Ironman after this?
Well, what happened right after the surgery? I had not gone back to work yet. I'm still recovering. And happened to see, besides the newspaper, which was very serendipitous, I was watching television. I saw the ABC Wide World of Sports, and I saw the 3rd ever Ironman Triathlon in Kona, the Big Island. And I'm watching this. I had run the Honolulu Marathon a bunch of times, so I knew, I got the running handle. I knew how to swim, living in Hawaii. And the bike, I thought, I can do that. The Ironman Triathlon. And I thought, lady, you're 47 years old, you've got cancer, what are you thinking? And then I thought, wait a minute, I bet you, and I found out no woman as old as I had ever done it. No cancer patient had ever done it. Yeah. I can show people you can be on a vegan diet and do the Ironman Triathlon. So this is my proof. See, it says finisher, Ironman.
October. This is the actual shirt, October 26, 1985.
Yeah, my second, the second one. I crossed the finish line of the first one and said, wow, gotta do this again. And
wow. Yeah. So you did it again?
Yeah. Wow. Done it 6 times.
6 times?
Yeah. So I think that's all the proof you need. It reverses all these different diseases. It gives you that athletic power and that stereotype that a lot of people have that vegans are weak, pimply, whatever.
So did you eat a lot of, like, I guess following Dr. McDougall, and you added a lot of things to your diet, like certain vegetables? I think you said also you eat kale for breakfast now.
I eat kale for breakfast because leafy greens have all the minerals that your bones need, and your blood, you get the iron, calcium, magnesium, potassium. The 13 basic minerals that your bones need. So I wanted strong bones too. So that's what I thought, why wait till dinner or lunch to get the healthiest foods in the world? Get them in the body early. So that's my breakfast.
Yeah, actually I have kale for breakfast too.
Good.
I have it juice, and sometimes I have it, in non-form.
Yeah.
But I do get a lot of fiber, because sometimes we're concerned about taking the fiber out. But I save that fiber and I make crackers and things.
Good. I was going to say, don't ever throw it away.
Don't want to waste food.
No.
Oh, so your bone mineral density, you were mentioning that. Like it's like, I forgot what it was, like 445 or something?
Yeah, where the average for a 30-year-old female at peak bone density is 417.
Oh,
I was 444.
Wow.
The first time. The next time, after I had done the Ironman, it was 466.
Oh, wow.
And the next time was over 500, so.
Oh, wow. So are you still, can I ask how old you are today?
I am 77 years old.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I'm looking at 80 and thinking, well, that's old. But between now and then...
And by the way, before this talk, she just did an hour-and-a-half talk.
Yeah.
And then you were talking to people before then, and then answering questions for like the last 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And you still have energy going.
And yesterday was, that was a long,
she did a
day.
long talk yesterday too.
Yeah.
So are you still running?
Run every morning. I ran all over, just exploring. That's half the fun.
Oh, you ran around in Portland here.
Being a new city. Yesterday.
Actually, I did that too this morning. It's so beautiful this morning, the weather.
Yeah, just exploring. And I hit the I-5 and I thought, well, I better turn around and go back this way. And I wanted to run even longer. And I looked at my watch. Got to get back. Got to quit. Darn it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, lots of energy. That's one of the
Well, I think you're going to be like,
so.
I can just visualize you in your hundreds still running.
I hope so. I really, really hope so.
So you also have another book out that you wrote.
Well, I have a cookbook, Chef, which is on my website, ruthheidrich.com.
Okay.
And there's a little box for Chef. Chef is an acronym standing for cheap, healthy, easy, and fat-free. It's got everything I think people need to know to be their own nutritionist.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's got the information on protein. If you ate nothing but rice, how you'd get enough protein, all the essential amino acids. 2,000 calories of rice, you can live on that. Potatoes, leafy greens, of course, even fruit has protein in it.
Yes.
So, and where you get your calcium, and how to prepare food simply. If you want to cook, the recipes are there for low-fat vegan. If you don't want to cook, the recipes are there for raw. So
great.
I wrote it to cover everybody from the SAD eater, standard American diet eater, all the way up to raw vegan.
Wow. I've got a huge collection of books, and I think I'm going to add that to my collection.
Good, yeah. And then
and if not just myself, I'm going to share it with people.
Great, that's why.
She obviously knows what she's talking about.
And then my third book is Senior Fitness. My publisher called me and said, now that you're in your 70s, I think you ought to write a book called Senior Fitness.
Oh, okay.
And so
that's your third book now.
Yeah, the third book. And it covers the top 10 killers of us and how diet and exercise both play a role. It's not just one or the other. You got to do both. So.
Oh, great.
Starting with heart disease and cancer, osteoporosis, lots of information. What we were talking about, my bone density going up in my 50s, that's all in there.
Oh, this is really good
sexual
information.
dysfunction is in there. Why you don't need, well, okay, we'll save that for another lecture. But there's so many different diseases and conditions that are caused from eating the wrong diet.
Right.
You clean up the diet and all these things go away. So.
Man, I'm so glad that you're here doing these books and getting the information out. This is the stuff that people need to know.
I think so.
So
I know so.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing what you're doing. I mean, I can have all this information, but if it doesn't get out there to people,
that's my goal. I want to get this information out.
Yeah.
So that's why there's interview after interview.
Good.
I'm interviewing the best of the best.
Yeah.
And the lady that's 77 that's running around outside and just with the energy
having
that you
fun.
have.
Traveling the world. When you're fit and healthy, and as you age, once you retire, you have more time. You can do these fun things. So
this is good inspiration for people to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Oh man, thank you so much.
You're welcome.